Hello everybody, Krypto-Mike here again. Today we're going to get started with Empyrion Galactic Survival. This is a sandbox space exploration survival game. There's quite a few of these out there, but this one really caught my attention. I've actually been wanting to play this for quite some time. I've been browsing the Steam store looking for games similar to this. You know, you have Grav, you have Space Engineers, No Man's Sky, and a lot of games like that. But this one had some of the best reviews out there, and I really wanted to give it a try. So it looks like we just crash landed on a planet. I believe this planet's name is Akua. As you can see, it's very Earth-like, mountainous. There's some large bodies of water. There's a lot of trees. So when you crash land, I believe you only get the starting items that you get from your drop pod, just for basic survival. So at least we're starting out with a couple of things. I went ahead and played just a few minutes of this just so I knew what to expect, so I wouldn't be completely out of my league here. So I wonder... Okay, so hang on. So I just took my helmet off. You can see my character I made. Apparently this planet is breathable. It has oxygen, so I went ahead and took off my mask just so I can be able to breathe the oxygen and not be able to waste any oxygen from my suit. Oh wow, there's little dinosaurs up there, or whatever those are. So we're gonna go ahead and look around our map. As we get closer to some areas, there will be some POIs. They'll let us know if there are ore deposits that we'll need to refine and drill up, and able to make some more materials and things like that. But right now we're just gonna explore a little bit, probably find a decent place so we can set up camp. We have, if I can find it, a survival constructor. So this is our survival constructor. There are two, I believe, a survival and regular constructor, which enable you to be able to make things. Essentially, it's just crafting. So if we put our motorbike into the inventory of the constructor, it allows us to, it'll say these are the components we have, and we are able to construct a motorbike. So if I go ahead and I gotta turn it on first. Alright, so it starts constructing it. It'll put it in the output when it's finished, and then we'll be able to use that. So that's basically how most of the constructing and crafting works. It's fairly easy. It actually took me a lot longer to figure that out than it should have. Left shift F. Alright. So we can take our survival constructor with us anywhere we go. Wow, this bike is really loud. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find a decent place to set up a base. I love how well optimized this game is in comparison to games like, or at least Space Engineers. This game is far above its time, and as far as just the amount of detail that they've put into it. It's completely open world. for instance, I can literally explore this entire planet. You can actually... Okay, so it tells us every planet, I guess, has a little bit of information about it. Okay. And yeah, I'm still getting used to this guy, so bear with me. But we are here at Akua. Akua has a moon, which is, I believe, just right there. So we could go visit that if we built a ship. And oh, hello. Hope you guys are friendly. Don't want to bother them. So I think for starters, ooh, there's a supply station. Alright. So I think we'll just head over to that supply station. Oops. Normally some POIs are hostile. There's bases all around the planet that belong to different factions, so you want to be very careful about exploring too close to other faction bases, because their defense turrets can really just tear you apart. So I feel like this would be a pretty good place to visit and see what we have to loot. Steak, meat burger, veggie burger, nice. What do we got? Gold coins, I don't necessarily need that. I'm just gonna quickly loot this place and see what all I can take that's more of a necessity. Bathroom, nice. Oh, there is a... I don't know, there's an enemy target on my map. It's a rocket drone. So I'm going to try to stay out of his way. I don't know how devastating a rocket drone can be. Perish time. Okay, actually... I forgot that these the food in the game has a perish time, so if you take it out of the fridge, it'll only last so long before it becomes spoiled, and then you'll actually decrease health upon consumption. So I want to be very careful about what and when you eat. A lot of ore here. Is that promethium? I'm not sure if that's what's used to fuel the hyperdrive on a spaceship. In order to visit other planets, you have to have a hyperdrive. Otherwise, you just will not be able to get to other planets. I mean, you can visit moons that orbit the planet because they're much closer, but to travel such a great distance, you have to have a hyperdrive. And I have yet to build a ship, actually. So I think that's something we'll try to do, at least as quickly as we can. We'll get a base going, we'll build a ship, we'll explore as much as we can. Looks like that drone is coming towards me pretty quickly. Oh, I can hear... Nope. There's another POI over there. It's Epsilon Spaceport. I don't know if that has turret defenses, otherwise it would probably tear me apart. But we're going to go ahead and try to build a base. I want it to be fairly close to at least an iron deposit. There's copper, iron. So I'm going to try to go around that spaceport POI if I get in range of it... Oh, shoot. See? Wow. Those cannons are devastating. They can pick me off from literally miles away. And about 2 shots will completely destroy me. So there's a lot of... Are these guys friendly? Wow, they're massive. They're not attacking me. Apparently they are. Okay. I'm probably not even going to bother with them. But I'm going to go ahead and find an iron deposit. There's one not too far away. So we're going to go ahead and at least mine some iron, because that's what's used to make a majority of structures in order to build your base. So we're going to need as much of that as we can. Hopefully it won't take too long. I don't want to spend the entire video just mining for iron. I feel like that would completely bore everybody. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get over there, mine some iron, and we'll see what happens. So here we are at the iron deposit. It's about 20 meters below my feet. I actually have to drill into the ground before I get to the deposit. So I'll show you that pretty quickly. As you can see, as I drilled, the surface and the terrain is completely malleable. I can manipulate it however way I want just by drilling. And you want to be pretty careful about how deep you go. You don't want to just dig all the way down and just find yourself in a giant hole. It can be pretty difficult to get out of that once you do that. So as you can see, as I drill down further, there's iron or crushed stone. I have not gotten iron yet. I don't know if you... Oh, there it is. Alright, so there's some iron ore. I mean, it just depends how much you get by drilling. So I'm going to go ahead and drill as much as I can out of here. And we'll see how much I get when I'm finished. So I went ahead and I was able to refine about 138 iron ore, which is close to half of the amount of iron that I've already started out with. I just have to use a constructor to refine my iron into ingots. So you can see I made a pretty large dent into the amount of iron, at least for the deposit, and there's still quite a bit down there. If you can see, I've only... There's 98% left of the iron ore. There's 12,347 potential iron that I can still get, which is a lot, actually. So I'm definitely gonna be making my way back to here, but for now it's starting to get dark, so we're gonna go find a decent location that I can actually start my base on. I don't want to be near the Epsilon spaceport, simply because that's a faction. I have absolutely no firepower to take out those turrets, so I think potentially somewhere near water, at least where I can go ahead and generate some oxygen from the water, possibly in between these two bodies of water, these two lakes right here. I think I could find a decent place to actually build a base. So guys, I traveled a little further than I said I would. I said I was going to look in between these two large bodies of water of where I could potentially set up a base, but as I was driving, I found a new POI, and you'll be amazed by this. It is a crashed MS Titan. Half of it's still probably underground, or it fell apart when it was entering the atmosphere of the planet. But I am going to quickly loot this as much as I can, because this is extraordinary. How do I get in here is a better question. Is there... Oh, here we go. A little dark. Are there any cargo containers? I'm going to be fairly upset if after all this there is nothing inside it. How do I get in here? That would be a great... here we go. What is this? An alien? Oh. So this is the core of the ship. I believe if I destroy this, from what I believe, if you destroy a core that belongs to a faction, you can place your own core and it becomes yours. So I'm just gonna try to remember that that's there. But I really want to see if there's any loot. Can I access the core? Nope. Okay. So I can't access the core. I'm gonna try this one last part. I hear something out there. I don't know what it is. Oh, what's that? Ah, here we go. So here's some cargo. Ooh, there's a sniper rifle. I am definitely gonna make some use of that. Antidotes, in case I get some medicine. Okay, so we found some pretty decent items. Adrenaline. Really don't think I need that, but I'll just try to remember that that's there. Oops. Wait for my jetpack to recharge. Alright. So what's in here? A color tool, a shot. Wow, quite a bit of ammunition here. A color tool. Used for coloring blocks. Okay. So that could be handy as I'm building my base. I'm going to go ahead and take some of this ammo. 50 cal, I think that's for... Okay, so I'm just going to leave those two items there in case I need them later on. Oh, there's another cargo container. Biofuel. That'll be needed. Honey plant sprout, growing plot, tomato sprout. Alright, I'll have to set up a greenhouse or something in order to grow plants. Not a lot in here. I was actually a little disappointed. Okay, so... Ooh. Alright, can't go in there. Let's... I guess that's everything that's lootable. I might stick around here for a little bit. But it doesn't look like... Oh, wait, are these cargo? These are cargo boxes. Okay, so... a lot of building material. I'll try to remember those are there. But other than that, that looks to be pretty empty. There's a thruster. Oh, here we go. A lot more building materials. Oh, there's another drill. Actually, I'm going to take the iron ingot. Nope, I want it all. I want it all. Silicon. I'll try to remember these are here. Yeah. I believe that may be all of the containers. There is something outside making weird noise, and it's really starting to tick me off. And it is starting to get dark. So I really need to build a base here soon. Oh, hello. There's it's slime? A little slime monster. Let's go pay a visit to the slime monster because he's bothering me. And then we'll find a place to build our base. Come here, little guy. Headshot. Oh! Come on. Alright, we got him. Raw meat. Alright, I can use that in my survival constructor. Alright, this would not be a bad location for a base. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Ooh. I think I need to use an antidote shot, maybe. Right here it says I've been poisoned. So, yes. Antidote pill will replenish my stamina. There we go. Slowly but surely. Alright, so we're gonna go find a place to build a base. Man, I am running out of stamina quickly. Alright, so I'm gonna try to figure out something to do with this area. Find a place to build a base, and we'll see you guys there. So guys, what I found here was pretty cool. I was trying to find the bridge of the ship, but instead I found a science lab. There's a ton of just incredible things inside the Titan ship that was crashed. So yeah, I was looking for the bridge, found the science lab, tons of cargo containers just full of so much stuff that I can use. Anyways, there was this elevator, and I followed it down, but about, say, right here, it was just full of dirt, just complete dirt. So I took my drill, and I literally drilled out the rest of the elevator all the way down to the ground floor, and hollowed out this entire little room that I found. So I'm still working on it. I don't know what this is, but I don't know, it looks like it could be pretty significant. But I've just been drilling around the room, just trying to find out what room this is, if there's anything behind it, or I have no idea. So I'm thinking, since this is underground, I can put my core somewhere down here underground so that other factions or enemy cannot destroy it so easily. They'll have no idea where it is. It'll just be underground, which was a lot more difficult to destroy. So I think that'll be a great idea. Or maybe I can use this room for who knows what. I'll figure it out. So I'm going to try to keep drilling through here, see what else I find, alright? Alright guys, so let me show you what we have so far. So as we enter the down Titan vessel, this is the main, almost like an amphitheatrium area. I'm going to try to get rid of some of these trusses and make it much more open. But let me show you at least what I was able to dig out of here. To our left, we just have the little elevator that seemed to be going nowhere. This is a large capacitor, so I have a feeling that this could connect to the engine room at some point. If we go up, there seems to be another one completely adjacent, almost identical. I would just have to dig it out and see if it connects underneath the floor. As well as what we saw up there was what I thought was the bridge. It actually wasn't. It was the science lab. And actually I started digging underneath here. And this is the elevator that led to the science lab. and I showed you the two larger rooms that I had started to dig out, which were these two rooms. So once I get more fuel for my drills, I'm going to try to excavate as much of this out as I can just to see where it leads. I have a feeling this goes somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where that would be, but I'm really anxious to start using this as my base. I have not made my core yet. I'm going to have it somewhere down here, possibly, just so we can get our base started. And at the very top of the spire is the science lab. Tons and tons of cargo that I can use. So I'm really excited to make this part of my home base. I honestly did not think it would go over too well, but it's looking like it will. And there's two other large areas that I have yet to really get into. I'm sure at some point we could connect them. Actually, let's just take a peek real quick. This may be the area. Yes, it is. Okay, so this does connect to our large opening area right here. So I'm going to open up this area as much as possible. And yeah, we'll just go from there. So I dug down a lot further from the capacitor and opened up the large room, and this is definitely where I'm going to put my core, just so I can get the ship having power again, and just set up my base. I am so excited for this, but it's gonna take a long time to dig all this out. So what I'm gonna do is just call the video quits. I'm gonna work on it here and there, but I will see you guys in the next video, and I will keep you posted then. Alright?